Hi there, welcome to Whisky. My name is Yuma. This channel mainly focuses on Japanese whiskeys, introducing their tastes, stories, and related information from a Japanese perspective. Today, I'll be talking about Shizuoka Single Malt United S. Shizuoka is a pioneer of the craft whiskey movement in Japan. This time, I had the chance to talk with the founder and master blender of Shizuoka Distillery. I'll be going through its story, including some episodes I heard during our conversation, as well as sharing the basic info, and finally, its taste. Now let's dive right in. Meet Taiko Nakamura, the founder and master blender of Gaiaflow Shizuoka Distillery. Taiko was running a precision parts manufacturer which his grandfather had started as a family business. But at the same time, he was a huge whiskey fan, just like us. In 2012, Taiko visited his dream destination, the Isle of Islay in Scotland. He went around all of the distilleries in Islay and watched how whiskies are produced, handmade and hand-filled. That is when Taiko thought, maybe I could do this. Taiko always loved craftsmanship, but this is when he has decided to start his own distillery, in order to pursue a form of craftsmanship where he could see his customers' faces, build a direct connection, and pass his creations right into their hands. Taiko started looking for the perfect place to build his distillery. That is when he came across a 20,000 square meter property owned by Shizuoka City, which happened to be his hometown. He started a conversation with the city and soon found out that his counterpart was also a whiskey maniac. It took about a year before this place was officially announced as the site of the distillery. During the preparation stages for his distillery, Taiko decided to bid in an auction for the equipment that had been used at the legendary Karuizawa distillery. His main goal was simply to acquire the famous Porteous malt mill. It wasn't until after the auction closed that he discovered one of the pot stills was actually still usable. That is how a Karuizawa pot still found its new home and became the ultimate symbol of the Shizuoka distillery. In 2016, Shizuoka Distillery began production as only the 10th whiskey distillery in Japan. They were the very first in the world to use the term craft whiskey to define their philosophy of staying deeply connected to the local community. They insisted on sourcing everything they could from Shizuoka, including local barley, local wood for their casks, and even local firewood to heat their pot stills. Since 2024, Shizuoka's whiskies have been awarded the gold prize for 3 consecutive years at the World Whiskies Awards. Although the eyes of the world are increasingly focused on them, Taiko's vision remains crystal clear. He isn't chasing awards. His only goal is to create whiskies that brings a genuine smile to people's faces, making them think, this is truly delicious. Now, let me introduce this bottle. The Gaiaflow Shizuoka Distillery has 2 pot stills that are used for the first distillation. The first one is named W, and it uses wood-fired direct heating, a traditional method used in Scotland 200 years ago. When I asked Taiko about the story behind introducing this traditional method, he explained that it all started at whiskey bars, where he often drank vintage whiskies. He noticed they had a unique character compared to modern ones. They were calm, yet rich and full-bodied. He kept wondering why, and the breakthrough came when he visited the Yoichi distillery, which still practices direct coal-fired distillation. It hit him that the root of the deep, vintage flavor might actually lie in the traditional direct fire method. Of course, at the time, it was just an amateur's hypothesis with no way to prove it. However, he simply had a strong desire to test the theory and see if it was true. The other pot still is named K, which was brought from the Karuizawa distillery. Shizuoka also has a pot still for the second distillation, which is called S. Both low wines produced by W and K go through this S pot still for the second distillation. Each of the new make spirits that went through the first and second distillation is put into casks separately, and after aging, they are blended together. This is how United S is produced. The United S comes in a 500ml bottle at 50.5% ABV with no age statements. It is non-colored and non-chill filtered. It is mainly consisted of whiskey that was aged in first fill bourbon barrel and vatted with several other whiskeys aged in various casks. The price is 7,821 Japanese yen, and you don't see this whiskey very often. You might be able to find it at major department stores or large electronics retail stores like Big Camera and Yodobashi Camera, where they have a wide variety of whiskeys. Now let's try it out and see how it tastes. Now, let's taste this whiskey. As always, since highball is one of the most popular ways to drink whiskeys in Japan, I will first drink it neat, and then have it as a highball. Be sure to check out my other video where I talk about the unique whiskey drinking culture in Japan. Let me pour some into the glass. Looking at the color, it's pale gold or light brown. I'll say it's pretty typical for a bourbon cask maturation, or perhaps just a shade darker. How about the smell? On the nose, the first thing that jumps out is this orange character. But it's not a sweet orange, it's more like the bright, slightly bitter zest from the peel. Itadakimasu. Right away, you get this beautiful sweetness and a distinct sugar candy vibe. You can also clearly tell that it's been aged in a bourbon cask. On top of that, there's a nice malty character, and I also pick up notes of corn puffs as well. It has a rather short aftertaste, making it super clean and easy to drink. Now let's try this as a highball. Here, I have the Shizuoka United S as a highball. Let me smell it. Now with soda, the carbonation really wakes these whiskeys up. It becomes so much more vibrant and fruity, with the great malty character still holding strong. On the palate, it's really interesting. It feels thick and creamy, yet it remains super refreshing and never heavy. You get these lovely rich notes of ripe banana and vanilla ice cream, fading nicely into a gentle touch of light smoke on the finish. Drinking this in two ways, I would say that the highball is a winner for me. Even with soda, it's got enough body to hold its own against carbonation without getting washed out. It's just so crisp and refreshing, making it the perfect dram for the hot summers coming ahead. So today, I have introduced you to Shizuoka Single Malt United S, going through its story, basic information, and taste. I hope you were able to discover what makes United S not just a great whiskey, but a true liquid artwork from Shizuoka. Speaking of experiencing this artwork firsthand, there is some exciting news for international visitors. The Shizuoka distillery has recently introduced an audio guide system that you can easily listen to right on your own smartphone while touring the site. The guide is currently available in English, helping visitors dive deep into the distillery's history and their unique whiskey making philosophy. However, they are already planning to expand the system to multiple languages in the future. If you ever have the chance to visit Japan, I highly recommend making a trip to Shizuoka to experience it yourself. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. Hope to see you next time. Bye.